What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Viva Los Bills, Buffalo Will, Cousin Vinny. What's up?
What up?
Live and in person this time. What up, man?
Yes, sir. Yeah, good to be here, man. Hey, it's kind of hard driving a truck and trying to do a show, but you did a good job. I love it. You always hold it down, bro. Good. Kudos to you, man.
Man, it's tough without you. It's tough. You know, you were able to talk at least, even though you weren't on. At least you were able to talk. It helps when I got somebody to bounce stuff off of.
Yes, sir.
When people,
I always told you from day one, I'm your Robin.
Oh boy.
Hey, Batman, I'm your Robin. So.
Yeah, no. We used to have Alfred, but Alfred doesn't chime in no more. Big old
no more.
Bobby, he forgot about us, left us. I guess we're the forgotten children of Bobby's. I don't know. Maybe one day he'll make a cameo again. But
Bobby's like Charlie from Charlie's Angels. He's way behind the scenes over there. You don't know who he is.
That's true. That is a better comparison to Charlie's Angels. I don't know. We never really saw Charlie, did we? Did Charlie ever come out? I don't even remember if he did or not.
I only saw his legs sitting on the table there. You know, that's about it.
By the phone. That's right.
By the phone, yeah. Yeah, we old, bro.
There we are. Talking about the original Charlie Angels, not the movies, but all right. Well, look at it. Look at the buffalo on your shirt today. Kind of digging
yes, sir.
it. There you go.
Hey, you gonna laugh, but I got this at a truck stop, man. And I saw the buffalo. I'm like, you know what? I'm picking it up. I'm representing with a buffalo.
That's right. It's an OG buffalo right there.
That's right.
You know, I never knew, but there used to be buffaloes in New Jersey, and I never knew that.
Oh, really?
Crazy. Yeah, they used to be down the shore by like Sandy Hook and stuff like that. I ended up learning that not too long ago. But anyway, as we always do, we sip on a brew or sip on something.
Something alcoholic.
Yeah, something. What you got this week? Right now, I got water.
Well, I had a choice of two of them, but being that it's so hot in Florida today, I chose to go with like a little fruity deal right here. It's called Oasis. It's a premium hard seltzer from Sweetwater. It says it has antioxidants, electrolytes, and vitamin C. So, you know, I was sweating all day out here in Florida, so it's got a 5% alcohol, 100 calories, if you're watching your boyish figure like I am. And I'm going to give it a shot, man. It says made with real organic fruit. So, I don't know. It sounds appealing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the best beer in the world that you had a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to give it a shot.
I wouldn't mind that right now.
Smells good. Smells tropical. That we're on a good start. Hold on.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I like it. It's light. Like it's real light, citrusy flavor. God bless you.
That wasn't a sneeze. I just looked back. My crazy cats are like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. It's really light, really citrusy.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good on a hot day, man. I'm gonna give this a 4.2, bro. This is nice.
Look at that.
I can't even taste the alcohol in it, and it's 5%. I can't even taste it. It tastes like just like a fruity seltzer water is the best thing I can describe, which it is. But I don't taste the alcohol. 4.2, man. I love it.
Nice. Sounds good. The other day I tried to find your Budweiser, whatever the hell it was, that seltzer. I couldn't find it over here. I might have to try to find the Oasis Mango Passion Fruit. Actually, I love passion fruit. And
me too.
Mango, so two of my favorite things.
It's a great combo, man. I highly recommend it. Plus, if you're a health freak, it has antioxidants, electrolytes, and vitamin C, so you can't go wrong.
That's a healthy thing. What I have is not healthy. I didn't get a beer this week. I didn't go to the liquor store. But what I did buy, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, probably more like 2 weeks ago, my buddy told me about it. Some bourbon. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. And I have to keep it real. So you know what it is? Buffalo Trace.
Oh, snap.
Buffalo Trace. So even my bourbon whiskey is going to have some kind of buffalo in it. Hopefully it's not in it, but just anyway, usually Uh-oh. FDA.
Somebody that yeah.
I usually drink it with some ice. I grab some ice. They're already melting. In my house, if I don't make the ice, there is no ice.
Oh snap! There's no ice. What, the machine went bad on you?
You know what? We have to hook up our machine. So we got the old school ice trays right now. And for some reason, they're all empty. Reason being,
Man,
because I didn't fill them.
listen, you Puerto Rican, man, you get you one of them styrofoam cups, fill it with water, throw them in the freezer, and break it off, and you got ice right there.
That's old school. While you poison yourself with the styrofoam.
That's right. That's right.
Smells good. Hold on. We got a comment. Let's go. Great. Let's get into a great season. All right. Who that is, I don't know right now. I'm going to have to check my comments over here. I don't know why this is always happening. So
I don't know. Facebook been acting weird lately. Like, we can see the comments, but we can't see who they're from. So let me see if I could get on that live feed.
That's your boy,
That's
right?
my boy Allen. That's my boy Allen, man. He's a diehard Jets fan. When we play the Jets, we're gonna have him on for sure. That's my boy, man. Known for long years. The same way we love the Buffalo Bills, he loves the Jets. I'm excited for the Jets, but man, they got a couple injuries now in the preseason, so they're not really off to a good start. But hey, man, we'll see how it goes. I don't wish no team no ill fate. I want all the teams to do well, especially with injuries. When it comes to injuries, it kind of sucks, man. I don't wish no injuries on anybody. But Alan, shout out to you, bro. One of the true diehard Jets fans. So we definitely gonna have him on and get his commentary when we play the Jets for sure.
That sounds good.
And I know he drinking with us right now. I know for a fact he drinking watching. So salute, Alan.
Cheers to you, to the Bills fans, Bills Mafia. Viva los Bills fans. Viva los Bills fans. Anyway, y'all, this got a kick to it. This is 90 proof.
90 proof, man. You better not be smoking next to that. You better not smoke next to that.
Yeah, you have the show coming back to us. I hear it. Oh man, no, it's pretty good, smooth, not bad. 90 proof though, boy. Whew. Oh, hold on. I just look down. Look at this. Jets going to be better, but not counting them out to make the playoffs. True. I think they will be better. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Much love to you, too. And, he's drinking. He's got Modelo on deck.
Oh, nice. He keeping it simple.
At least you know somebody's drinking with us here. I'm
That's right.
Take it slow, sip on this bad boy. I actually like it. I'll give it a 4.0. We never did many big, hard whiskey like that. So, that's going to feel good. All right. Buffalo Bills need a championship game at home. I hope you're right. I hope they make it. It's still going to be tough. They're going to have a tougher schedule this year.
Yes, sir. So, who are you talking about, the Jets or the Bills?
Nah, here you go. Bam, Buffalo needs an AFC championship game at home.
That would be sweet. But, our schedule, I think, is a lot. I don't know if you were talking about the Jets schedule or our schedule, but our schedule is a lot. I think it's like 4th or 5th on the strength of schedule, which is, pretty easy. Yeah. It's pretty easy. You know what I mean? It's not, compared to last year, it's a lot easier than what it was.
See, I don't buy into all that crap because you still have to play Kansas City, you have to play Tampa Bay, you have to play Tennessee. We're playing the Colts. All those are playoff bound teams. We're opening up with Pittsburgh. They were a playoff team. I mean,
absolutely.
We smacked them around, and the Bills seem to have their numbers. These are all playoff teams. So that whole thing, I know a lot of it comes down to like when you're traveling or if you're home. All the main tough games besides Pittsburgh, I think they're away.
And we lost that game to Tennessee because they cheated last year. They weren't supposed to be practicing, and they got caught practicing. And look what happened. They put a whipping on us.
You can't complain about that too much because you know what? They still whooped on us.
They did.
So
they did. They whooped up on us.
that part. We practiced, and they still whooped our butt. Not good.
Yeah.
So what's this? You got you and Chiefs, yep. And he's like, so your boy's saying the Chiefs and possibly the Ravens. Yeah, those guys will be there. I think Cleveland's going to be there too. You can't count them out.
Cleveland has a crazy. I don't know, but the way they put their front defensive front, they're gonna have a monster. They're gonna have a monster. Look at the defensive ends they got, man. They're gonna put a lot of pressure on a lot of quarterbacks. So if they could keep pressure on that offense, the defense could keep pressure on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield and boys, they might do some damage. I think they're the sleeper team next year, if you ask me, in the AFC. So far.
I mean, we're going to pick who's going to win the division and all this. And for me right now,
there's a lot of teams. Colts might look good.
Me, I'm picking Cleveland most likely to win their division. I don't know. I like them. I think if they stay healthy, I think they got a really good shot.
Absolutely.
Let's be clear. It runs through you. Well, I don't know about that because you still got Kansas City. Kansas City's top dog. So besides that, hopefully we can host a game at home. Real quick, you touched on it. The Jets took a big blow. This is for your boy here. Free agent Carl Lawson, who was looking great for them in preseason and then in practices. He ended up rupturing his Achilles heel. He's been ruled out for this season. So he's not going to be able to play. They also might have lost another player in Zane Lewis, a safety. He was carted off the field today with a torn tendon and a sprained ACL. Sources say. So his season might be in doubt the whole season, but hopefully not. We'll see how bad it is. He still has to get more touchdowns. So it's not looking good for the Jets. I got to see some of the Jet highlights, some of that game, and I will say this: their offensive line looked pretty good. And Zach Wilson, he didn't look bad. I mean, he looked all right. He looked like he had some poise in there, even though it's preseason and it wasn't against the big guys. But their offensive line did not look bad. They were giving him time. He looked comfortable back there. So we'll see. We're going to get to see what he's doing.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. Hey, they looked a whole lot better than Tim Tebow trying to block. I know that.
Oh.
Damn, that's cold, right?
That's cold, man. What are you eating? Empanadas over there and shit?
No, man. My wife, I just got home from work, so I'm kind of sneaking it in while we do the show. I shouldn't be doing it, but these little baby empanadas.
Look at just share.
You want one? There you go. I'm over here eating while you talking, bro. But hey, let's get it.
You talked about it over here. Tebow mania pretty much has ended in Jacksonville, and it came down. Everybody saw it. He couldn't block.
Yeah, horrible.
He couldn't block.
Horrible.
But what's sad? I was saying it's probably worse. Man, the guy went from a quarterback to trying to block these big dudes. 300-pound or too close to 300-pound guys running full speed at you.
Yeah. Had he made that transition in the beginning of his career, he might have been all right. But, you got to face the facts, man. He's 34 years old, being thrown into – maybe they were looking at it more as like a catching position tight end. But at tight end, you got to block. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much primary. And catching is just, secondary. But you mainly have to block. You have down linemen pretty much. So it didn't fare well. A couple of those plays, man, he whiffed on a couple blocks. A couple plays, I played tight end and freshman, and you got to at least get a chip. You got to do something, but it was ugly. It was ugly. I specifically looked at him. So I was watching him and I was like cringing. I was like, man, he's gonna get cut or I don't know. I knew from that point on he was doing once he missed those, key blocks. I think Trevor got sacked and he's gonna get him killed. You know what I mean? So. It was no surprise for me him getting cut.
No, and then like the running back got tackled for a loss. The one that people had because I saw it on NFL Network that he went for the block, missed, and then he rolled over and still.
It was hard. It was ugly.
At least he was in the guy's way, so he slowed him down that way. But he missed his block. It was tough, the guy's diesel, but. To make that transition this late, unless, like you said, you're going to be a wide receiver tight end, it's tough. It is tough. At least he gave it a shot. He tried to do it again. Didn't work out.
Yeah, if they would have kept him, they would have known. They would have known if, like, let's say he made the roster and went in the game, they knew it was going to be a pass play pretty much. They'd be like, he sucks at blocking, so
Yeah,
they'll be like, pass before the ball's even snapped.
that'd be like Lee Smith. We're running the ball.
You know you're running the ball.
Even though he caught 3 touchdowns, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, or whatever it was. So
especially on Thanksgiving, it looked like he ate the turkey that day.
But at least he could block, and he was a good block, which was good.
I like Lee Smith. He was tough, man.
No, me too. But he was more one-dimensional than anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about this possible T.O. comeback. He's over here saying he told TMZ that he still hasn't, and claims that at least one individual out there told him to stay in shape, that you never know what happens. So where do you think, or who do you think said to T.O. at 47 years old, stay in shape? I mean,
how old is he?
47. He hasn't played in 11 years. But somebody told him, stay in shape. There's a possibility. You never know.
He ain't going anywhere. He ain't even going to make a practice squad.
I will say this, though. If you watch T.O. like on Twitter and stuff, there's times he'll go work out with some of these players. He'll run routes with them. He'll run routes with, like, defensive players. Like, the guy still keeps up with these guys and looks good. He's in great shape. But 47, it's a different game. No?
Nah, it ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. You start losing, Tim Tebow has to hang it up at 34. You know what I'm saying? And they say he's in shape. I know, but man, he hasn't even played in 11 years. I mean, how fast do you think he could be? I mean, he wasn't really that fast to begin with. He was pretty fast, but not. Bro, these kids nowadays are running 4.3s like nothing now, man. 4.3s, 4.4s like it's nothing. He may be running, what, a 4.7 now at 47 years old? He can't be running any quicker than that. There's no way.
You still have to just look at Ricky Prohl. Ricky Prohl was slow, but he knew how to get
route running.
His body. Yeah,
it's the route running. Yeah,
exactly. And T.O., the only thing is if he's going to be quiet, But if you wanted to get crazy, I would say, if you got crazy, Tampa Bay with Brady over there. Brady could bring him in and be like, all right, come on, you can run some routes with me. Green Bay, because whatever Aaron Rodgers wants lately, I guess Green Bay is going to do. Besides that, maybe because he chills with Tyreek Hill a lot, maybe Kansas City. I don't know if Andy Reid. He played for Andy Reid, didn't he, in Philly? Yeah, he played for Andy Reid.
He played with Philly, yeah. Then he played up here in Buffalo for a year. I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know.
Those would probably be the only places I could see possibly T.O. like giving a shot, if any.
Is where?
But Tampa, Philly, not Philly. Tampa, Kansas City, or Green Bay. That's the only 3 places I could see. Just because of Aaron Rodgers, if he wants to receive.
I don't know. Listen, I think Aaron Rodgers is waiting for his touchdown, Jesus, Kumaro. Yeah. I think that's what he's waiting for. And what do you think? You think he would take T.O. over Kumaro?
No,
I doubt it. Because
I think there's no way. Cut, they're going to try to.
He didn't get
fast.
He didn't get cut yet, but he's right there. With this kid Stevenson and everything, has been. He played a good game. We'll get up. We'll talk about it in a little while. But
I don't know if you saw. Allen was pumping him up, talking about him, saying, listen, this guy comes in, keeps his head down.
One of his favorites.
He does all his runnings. He just catches the ball and puts in work, and he's humble.
Yeah,
It's going to be tough.
Tough one. It's going to be a tough one.
So you're saying no on the T.O.?
No.
No,
no. Going anyway. Nah.
No love.
It's like the same thing as Tebow, pretty much. Pretty much. There's no way. There's no way he's going to come in. I mean, if he does come in and gets on a roster, gets a roster spot, he'd be like the 4th wide receiver coming in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think he'd be even the top 3. He'd be like a 4th. Let's say on like a no like a open set. You know what I mean? Like a no back set type thing, like a not a pro set, an all open set where there's nobody, no backfield guys, or 4 wide receivers. Yeah, that's the only way I can see him getting in the game.
Unless you put him at a 3 and then he runs pretty much like, say, Cole Beasley to a spot and falls in. Big. You got to remember. You got to remember. Well, look at Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's been moved all over the field lately, and he's older, not as old as Theo, but they both have great hands. The problem is, don't forget, you can't touch these wide receivers.
Yeah,
you can't really hit them like they used to get hit. So, maybe his 47-year-old.
What do you mean? Like a man coverage, bump coverage, they can't bump no more. They still could whip your butt for 5 yards. You know what I'm saying?
5 yards, but after that, you can't kill the guy.
Can't even touch him.
Wide receiver or anything. It's not like when they used to be able to get shot and rocked. So I don't see it happening. If it is true, I could see maybe 3 teams maybe.
If he comes back, that means Chad Ochocinco is going to be coming back.
Chad Ochocinco tried a few times and he couldn't.
I know. Crazy. But if he said he's gonna be like, man, if he could do it, I could do it.
Yeah. Also, Chad Ochocinco, which I never knew, he had problems running routes in other places. It was just like, I guess in Cincinnati, it was like, just run, just go run.
Yep.
When he had to go through routes in other places, he struggled, which was sad. The guy was a beast. Yep. But I guess you saw his true colors.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Just in case Tio's watching, I wish him the best. I'm just giving my opinion, bro. That's just my opinion. 47. Listen, I'm 51. I can't even run a 5.3 right now the way I'm running. And I used to be fast when I was young. But hey, you said he's still staying in shape, but still, man, the physicality and the age, you definitely lose a step. So he's not going to be the same Tio, number one. Plus, 11 years. You know how much the game has evolved in 11 years in terms of speed and these kids that are coming as DBs have fast in the coverage they have now. I find it real hard for him. Like I said, the only way I can see him come back is if he's in a no back set type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 wide receivers, 5 wide receivers, something like that. That's the only time he'll see the field.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens with Tio. I'm gonna have to bust on my Tio.
But I'm rooting for him for the old fellas. I'm rooting for the old fellas, so salute, Tio. Do it for the old fellas.
Yeah, good for the fellas. Moving on, Dak Prescott is saying he expects to play in the season opener against the Bucks. This guy, like if you watch like
what are you talking about?
Dak Prescott. This guy's already, he had to have his shoulder checked out again, had stiffness or whatever. Chris Sims thinks he's adjusted his throwing motion because of his ankle injury. Mm-hmm. I'm saying right now, Dak Prescott will miss at least 4 of the 5 games this season. I don't think he's playing the whole season. He's already banged up. I'm not picking Cowboys to win their division, and I think he's not going to play the whole season. He's already banged up. The game hasn't even started.
Has the NFC East even won a game this preseason?
I don't know.
I think Dallas is 0-2. Philly was 0-1. They're playing right now, actually. Man, Washington, I don't know. We're going to have to – I'm going to keep tabs of that.
So what you're saying is we're going to have another ugly season in the NFC East.
This is preseason. Me and you always talk crap. It's just preseason. But you do get a little bit of a hint of what's going to happen. You do. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. If he comes back healthy, we'll see. But that was a nasty injury, man. And I know, he's going to be skittish, bro. With an injury like that, it's hard for you to come back, and not only physically, but especially mentally. Yeah. You're gonna be scared to plant that leg. Somebody comes real fast at you. First thing you're gonna do is lift his leg and try to protect. It's more of a mental thing, man. But I wish him the best. I want Dallas to do good this year. To be honest with you, in the NFC. But I don't know. Giants might be the team to beat. I got my friend. Shout out to my friend Angel Rodriguez. He's out at the Philly game right now. I told him to keep an eye on Zach Ertz for me, just in case we decide to trade him. I want him to give me the the heads up on how he's playing. So shout out to Angel Rodriguez and his wife. They over there right now in Philly watching him play the Patriots. So I told him keep an eye on Zach Ertz for me.
He had a pretty good game that first preseason game. Jalen Hurts was looking to him, so it was Hurts to Ertz, they were saying. So he was looking pretty good. That's still people saying the Bills should target him, and I forgot who was the other tight end. But, Dawson Knox is getting good reviews in practice lately.
He's doing good. Yeah, they're giving him thumbs up, man. So
he knows they're watching him, and he knows that they're willing to bring somebody else in. So
it's on the line.
Yep. Cardinals offensive lineman Justin Pugh criticized the NFL's testing policies for COVID-19. He called for daily testings, when you can't speak, after he got diagnosed with COVID-19 after being fully vaccinated. So D lineman Jordan Phillips, ex-Buffalo Bill, tweeted he also tested positive for COVID-19 and he's fully vaccinated.
Wow.
Pugh went on to say he wants daily testing because vaccinated players get tested every 14 days. For his own words, who knows how long I walked around the building with or whoever I got it from. Fix this ASAP. So he could have been walking around with COVID for 2 weeks, spreading it all over the place, but nobody cares because he was vaccinated. And vice versa, the same thing with Jordan Phillips. Who knows how long he was walking around, but being that he's vaccinated, they don't test him for 14 days, so he could spread it to everybody. Not a big deal, or whoever spread it to him.
Now, what's the deal? Have you heard anything about Cole Beasley and his situation not being vaccinated? Is he doing anything different? I haven't heard anything. I'm wondering if you heard anything on his situation, because I know since he hasn't been vaccinated that he was pretty much going to be not shunned, if you will, but had to do a lot of different things, like can't be in the group team meetings and so on and so forth, can't eat with the team, doing stuff like that. And I haven't heard anything else about it. But it is kind of crazy, being fully vaccinated, contracting it, and then walking around with it, pretty much being a carrier. I'm trying to learn more and more about the vaccination. I still haven't got vaccinated. I need to really look into it. But, it kind of personally – I need to get more educated because I'm seeing people that are already vaccinated and still getting it. I guess what it does is you don't get that sick as opposed to being vaccinated, but still you're still a carrier. You know what I mean? You can still get it. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. And now they're saying I think the government's pushing for another booster shot because of the Delta variant. So I guess people that already are fully vaccinated are going to have to get another booster shot. See how that plays out. My thing is, if it's a Delta variant, and then you get a booster shot for that, what's that to say if it mutates into a different strain? So what are you going to do, keep getting booster shots? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but that's what it seems like is where it's going. You get a booster shot for it, okay, we good, but now it morphed into something else. So
that's the way
I don't know how the NFL is going to do it.
Yeah.
And in terms of the attendance too, how do you – what have you heard? Do you have to be fully vaccinated to attend the games? Do you, I still haven't heard anything from the NFL in terms of, I think as far as we know, we're still allowed full capacity. So,
well, I guess I talked about this before you came on last week.
Okay.
Like the Bills, you could be unvaccinated or fully vaccinated, but in enclosed areas, no matter what your status is, you have to have a mask on.
Okay.
So
I can see that.
The clubs or the restroom, anywhere that's enclosed, you have to have a mask on.
Now, to attend the games, do you have to have any proof of negative results, or are you just going there?
You have both. You have to have both, I believe. You have to have a negative result, and you could be fully vaccinated, and you show, I guess, your card or whatever. Philadelphia did the same thing as Buffalo Bills. Pretty much. Okay. And then what's it called? Oh man, New Orleans. What was it? Last week I think they just said you have to have both or something. You could go in or not. Where is this?
Yeah. Man, that's gotta be crazy in the dome. You know how many people breathing in that dome and nowhere for the air to get out?
Yeah.
Like,
So the Saints posted they will require a negative test or a vaccination card to enter the
okay,
dome. So
okay,
if you don't have it, you're not getting in.
okay. I can see that. That's fair.
Sure,
At
it's
least if
like-
you're gonna go get a test and make sure you're negative. So I could agree to that.
yeah, exactly. That's what I said. At least you show a negative test, we know you're good.
Hmm.
That's the way it
Yeah,
should be. If you're
yeah,
negative, you should be able to go and do whatever you want instead of
absolutely.
being forced to take the test. But
Hmm.
again, it's everybody's choice. We live in America. You're supposed to have a choice. Now, where you fall on that, that's amongst yourselves. Don't shoot me. I got it because I was told if not, I would have lost my job. And I know people who lost their jobs already for not getting it. So, anyway, Q wants stricter testing for the players because some players are vaccinated and walking around with it, and nobody knows until 14 days later. So that was it. Now, this we haven't heard this in a while, but the most respected newspaper in New York City, you used to live here, the New York Post. Anyway, he posted on what was it? Tuesday, graphic details emerged from sexual assault filed against Deshaun Watson. So moving on, we already know all the lawsuits going on. Came out in the Post that, all right, where was this? One of it. NFL said Deshaun Watson alleged the Texas quarterback assaulted two different massage therapists by touching her with his penis. Moving on. Jumping up, the massage therapist, according to believed Watson wanted a massage for only one reason: sex. This is pretty sad. Big time football player needing to do this if he did it, allegedly did it. One thing,
So let me ask you a question. He said he hit her with his penis. He touched her with his penis.
that's what they said here. Another thing was Watson allegedly tried to direct the woman to his penis several times and purposely exposed the tip of his penis from under the towel he brought, according to the lawsuit, which also says Watson repositioned himself so that he purposely touched the plaintiff's hand with the tip of his erect penis.
That sure is graphic. I'm not. I gotta. Jesus.
Jane Doe, licensed massage therapist who operated business out of her home since 2018, promptly asked Watson to leave her home and began crying. That led to the following alleged comment from Watson: "I know you have a career and a reputation, and I know you would hate for someone to mess with yours, just like I don't want anyone messing with mine," he allegedly said. A comment the lawsuit claims Jane Doe took as a threat. Anyway, he went on to post on Twitter that he's going to clear his name, blah blah blah, and this is all about.
So let me get this straight. He did the same accusation like 20 other times then, right? Because there's 23 plaintiffs. So
pretty much kind of the same routine. So
I know you texted me the other day. You said he got cut. You had heard he got cut. I was looking all over the place for that, man. I was like, oh my God, how are they going to eat that contract and all this? So apparently it wasn't true.
No, it was some clown that goes on there and puts up fake news things, and then he'll say, as per Adam Scheffler or something, or per one of the other guys. So after I told you, I was like, let me go check on this because we were going back. And I couldn't find it either. So no, they haven't cut him. And they haven't traded.
Yeah, but now, all right, real quick before we move on, how does this work? Because I know for him not showing up to camp, for him not showing up to practice, for him not showing up to games, what isn't it like an insane amount of money, like $50,000 every day that he didn't show up or something like that against his contract?
I think it was weird because I think he was showing up to practice, but he wasn't practicing. So at least he was showing.
But he showed up.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure if he's getting fined or not. He didn't travel, or they didn't take him with him for the preseason game.
What do you think is going to happen? This late in the stages, kickoff is what, 20-something days, 24, 25 days away from now? It's safe to say he's not going to play.
No, they're not going to play him. He's not going to play. He doesn't want to be there.
So what happens? What happens with his contract? What happens with all that? Do they eat it? Do they? He's not going anywhere.
They're playing hardball. Like the thing is,
Mm.
if teams are calling him about like calling the Houston Texans, they're probably lowballing them.
Yeah.
You know,
At this point.
Yeah, they're just waiting to see what happens with the legal matters. Personally, if I'm a team, I don't want nothing to do with the guy. That's me. So if I'm the Houston Texans and somebody's willing to offer me a first round pick or whatever, I'm taking it. Good riddance. If they eat the contract, that's great. You would hope they don't try to make the Houston Texans pay some of the contract.
When do you think all this action might take place? Before the beginning of the season, to where people are going to start trading rather than, putting people on practice squads or getting rid of, just letting people go. I mean, we got a lot of players, like, for example, in the Bills. So I'm excited to see who they're going to trade for. I know we definitely need, I think, another cornerback. I think we need another offensive tackle. I think we need another tight end. Those are the three things I think we personally need, in terms of the Bills. So do we get these guys that we think might not make the squad and try to trade them or get some good guys that we actually had? Because the good thing about the Bills, I know we talked about it last year, is on paper we have great depth pretty much at every single position. So it's kind of hard to say who we would trade, and I was thinking maybe Cole Beasley because of what's happening with the COVID shots and all that stuff, but he's too much of an asset. I mean, he was the number one slot receiver in the NFL. He had career year, 1,000 yards, just shy of 1,000 yards. The dude knows he has heart. He played his last 2 games with a broken leg pretty much. So I was kind of on the fence, like, man, I don't think they'll get rid of him. I think they'll get rid of him because of the distraction. But he's too good of a player, I think, for them. They'd have to get a lot for him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's out the window. But I do think we are going to still chase Zach Ertz. I don't know why, but that seems to be a fit. Unless Dawson Knox starts wowing everybody, which he has been as of lately in the past couple practices and everything. They've been, like you said, mentioned earlier in the show, they have been kind of, cooing on him, saying that he's really doing really good. So if he keeps it up, maybe the tight end position is locked. So, I mean, there's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. That's why, Saturday we're going to see them. Who they play Saturday? They play
Bears. The Bears.
The Bears, that's right. But, Josh isn't going to play. Trubisky's going to start. So he's going to probably play with a little fire under his butt because he's going to, with all that stuff that happened in Chicago, I'm pretty sure he's going to want to whip some butt. Davis Webb did good this weekend. I guess we'll get to it, but I don't know. I think we're gonna have some good. We need 1 or 2 pieces. I think we're gonna acquire in a trade. And my guess, I would love to get Zach Ertz, but we definitely need an offensive tackle, tight end, and the way Dane Jackson played, I don't know. We might. And if Trey gets hurt, man, we need another good backup, bro.
Why are you saying if Trey gets hurt? What's up with that?
Huh?
I was like, "Why are you?"
I know. I was just thinking. I'm just thinking out loud, bro. But hey, it is what it is. It's the truth.
They say
look what's going on with the Jets.
Practice, he's been locked down corner again. The problem is, I guess Philly's asking price right now was just too high. Ertz.
Yeah.
And the Bills aren't going to overpay. Listen, Dawson Knox, is he as good as Ertz? No. Can he be as good as Ertz? Possibly. The kid's what? This is his 2nd or 3rd year. He's still young. You can't really give up on the guy. Hollister, who knows what Hollister? I really didn't watch it when he was playing with Seattle, so I couldn't tell you much. But if he steps up, you got Sweeney, so maybe Sweeney could take the next step too. You got these guys, so I wouldn't give up an arm and a leg for him. We know Dawson Knox is capable. He's not as good as a blocker as Lee Smith was, but maybe he's put in that work and gotten better.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't overpay for Ertz or whatever. Depth-wise, offensive, like you said, tackle, but you could always swing like, Williams moved, well, unless who knows what's going to happen with Ford. If Ford's going to play, you can move over the guard and tackle. There's depth there. So, again, it's all about the asking price. Corner, like you said, would be one of the things. Like I said, I think Levi's going to take that 2nd spot again.
Yeah.
Jackson will be third string. Tyron Johnson still the nickel back. You know, you probably could move him. Siran Neal could go back outside. So
Mhm.
I think we're a lot of our depth guys don't get that respect. That's the way
Yeah.
I see it. You
Yeah.
know, so who knows? We'll see. And yeah, like Cole, we talked about maybe being traded because of the whole COVID thing, but it's crazy because the guy is the best slot receiver in the league. You know, you're going to trade away the best slot receiver in the league while you have him. I think what he has 1 more or 2 more years on his contract.
Yeah.
So, like, why would you get rid of that? That's like
I don't know, man. I think
you
the
could do it.
hardest.
You
Yeah.
could do it if you slide, say, Sanders to the middle, and then Sanders takes that slot receiver, even though he likes playing outside, and then you move Davis to the outside. I don't know, but
It's gonna be tight. Look, because the two positions I think is gonna be the hardest to kind of predict for the cuts on the Bills is gonna be probably the safety position, the backup safeties, and the wide receivers. And you know, Poyer and Hyde, that's a lock. They're locked. They're the starters.
Yeah.
Then you got Hamlin, and you got Thomas. Then you got Johnson, and you got Thompson. All right. Out of those four, I don't know who's gonna get cut. Then you got the wide receiver. You got Diggs. You got Beasley. You got Sanders. You got Davis. And now this kid Stevenson, the way he played, I mean, he's the rookie. He's actually pretty good. So
Yeah.
now that leaves who that leaves? That you got Kumaro,
you got Tanner Gentry,
Isaiah Hodgins,
you got
Tanner Gentry,
Didn't
Hodgins. You got
Hodgins
those
get
four,
hurt again?
huh?
Did Hodgins get hurt in the game? I thought he
I don't
got backed
recall.
up, but I'm not sure.
I think he got yeah, he played. He caught a couple passes, but I mean, the Stevenson kid, I like him. Man, he ran a nice deep route at the end of in the fourth quarter. You know, on the last drive, on the fourth down, and he caught the ball. It was a really nice catch. That's going to be the hardest position to predict who's getting cut, in my opinion. I mean, Kumaro's a beast too. I like him. You know, I mean, damn. I wish we could keep them all, but unfortunately we can't.
I agree with you on the wide receivers, but I think it goes to defensive end, the defensive line, or whatever you want to say. That's where I think I might have problems with the cuts on the D ends. Like, I think the kid Stevenson, if he makes the squad, it's going to be on the practice squad. That's the way I'm thinking.
Yeah, because he's still a rookie, so I think they would.
Yeah,
they don't want to get rid of him. I think I agree with you on that. I think that the starting 4 or 5, the 4 receivers already, Diggs, Beasley, Sanders, Davis. I think those are the guys that pretty much got it sewed up.
Yeah, those 4 should be there unless they get silly and trade Cole, like you said. And if you're going to go, the only way I would say if you want to get silly is trade Cole Beasley to Philly if they wanted him for the slash. And they're going to want something else. Like, so say Cole, and I don't even know if I would want to give him anything else because you're giving up the best slot receiver for the best tight end in the league, So I wouldn't do it unless, the price is good. I would not do it. But that's just me. I'm just a couch GM.
I'm right there with you.
Talking about moves here. We'll go back over here. Where is this thing? This thing, boom, is said to be worth $1.4 billion. Now,
jeez.
They always say it's one thing and then it could end up running more. Usually it ends up running more, but it's $1.4 billion, they're saying.
Lord have mercy.
The Bills have 2 more years on the contract, this year and next year. They already said they're not re-signing the lease at all. So the public officials and the Pagulas need to get the ball rolling. The Pagulas said, "Hey, we didn't say we wanted the whole thing to be fronted." The one thing that stinks is that, hey, Governor Cuomo said he wanted to get a deal done as long as it's a fair deal. But Cuomo is stepping down because of all his allegations. So who knows what the next guy coming in is going to say.
He's chilling with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, they need to get this stuff done sooner than later. Time is running out. They just started the talks, but the talks have to be get done quick because there's not much time to be talking about this. And if it goes to public vote, who knows what'll happen because this is a lot of money. And during these COVID years, there's not a lot of money to be thrown around. So who knows? Look at you taking a bite when the still was up there. Now, talking about Cole Beasley. I don't have him up here. I did have him up here. The NFL top 100 players. I don't know if you saw it.
97?
They're not through the whole thing. 96, Cole Beasley. 95, Tre'Davious White.
Crazy.
I think they were both too high.
Disrespected, man.
Yeah, that's I thought, especially
even Josh. What was Josh, like number 10 or something like that?
Did they finish?
Josh
they didn't finish it yet. Maybe they.
Okay.
I thought they were only up to like 40 something.
I thought I saw another list. Maybe Josh was up. I don't know.
Maybe.
Don't listen to me.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But Cole Beasley 96. Come on, man. You're telling me all these other
best slot receiver.
Yeah, best slot receiver in the game. Michael Thomas. I know Michael Thomas is a beast, but Michael Thomas barely played last year.
Numbers than that, yeah.
He wasn't there. How's he going to be down further than Cole Beasley, who played the whole year pretty much
with a broken leg and damn near surpassed 1,000 yards?
Yeah, and he's going to be way up there. Then you put Trey at 95. And he's probably top 5 corner in the league.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's a little disrespect.
Well, you wanna talk about a list? I was gonna bring this list up, but I kind of slipped my mind. But now that you bring a list, I remember. What NFL fans do you think the most out of the 32 teams? I have a list in front of me of who are the fans that drink the most at a game. Who purchases the most beer?
Drinks most beer? Okay, so they have to buy it at the game.
They have to buy it at the venue.
I'm going to give you real quick. It's not about NFL, dude.
You working with the in East Rutherford, don't you? So you see it.
I will tell you this. It blew my mind when I heard this. I guess before COVID years, within the first, I think minute, was it a minute before when they opened the doors? Or 2 minutes or something. Just say 5 minutes. People spend over $50,000 in alcohol within the first 5 minutes of them opening the doors.
That's insane.
Crazy amount of money. All right, top 5.
Well, this list. Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you say it. I only have the top 18. We didn't go all the way through, so I just got the top 18 in terms of the 18 teams. Think about 18 teams. Top 5 teams you think that drink the most, and what I mean by that, how many drinks and how much money do you think a person spends at the venue for that day?
Oh my God!
Name the team that you think drinks the most. Then take a guess at how many beers they drink on average, the fans of that particular team, and think about how much money they spend for those drinks. You got to take a drink to think about that.
A beer now, I think, is like at least $13 to $14. Well, it depends on the stadium. I think at the Red Bull Arena for soccer, like the pint beers or whatever, I think it's $4 now. It's insane. So it's got to be around the same for the NFL. Oh man, if it's Buffalo's number 1, Buffalo's not number 1, is it?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
Man, number 1 would be, it's got to be a crazy team. So maybe Philadelphia.
No, I don't think you would get this team. For some reason, I was like, huh? But throw 5 teams out there. Throw 5 teams out there. I'll just tell you if they crack the top 5.
Top 5. I'd say Buffalo, Cleveland. I would have said Philly, but you're saying no. Jets. Who else has crazy fans? The Raiders. And maybe it's got to be, oh man, I don't know. I'm trying to picture another fan group that's Washington. Say Washington.
You're wrong. The only team you got in the top 5 was Buffalo, and they're ranked 3rd. Okay, the
Okay.
number 1 team averages 5.2 beers a game, which is about $43. All right,
Cowboy.
$44. Cincinnati Bengals. I was like, huh?
Wow, that's
Cincinnati Bengals. Yep.
They're so sad.
Underneath them, yeah. Underneath them, you have the Baltimore Ravens
Okay.
with 4.7 beers. Then the Buffalo Bills at 4.5. Then you got Chicago Bears, Denver Broncos, LA Chargers, Cleveland Browns at number 8. Los Angeles Rams at number 9. Detroit Lions at 10. Atlanta Falcons 11. Houston Texans 12, Tampa Bay Bucks 13th, Dallas Cowboys 14th, Green Bay Packers 15th, the Colts 16th, the Jets 17th, and the Washington Football Team 18th. Now those are the top 18. I didn't even go. I thought the Giants and the Jets would be a lot higher, being that I grew up over that area, and I've been to a couple of the games, and there was a lot of beer over there. There's a lot of beer throwing, a lot of beer drinking.
The problem is you also see the tailgate. A lot of people come early, man, for the Jets and Giant games. It's probably like that everywhere, but some people would actually show up the night before to set up their tailgates, and you have some crazy tailgates there.
You got to come down here for the Jaguar game. I got 2 tickets to the Jaguar tailgate party with Paul Posnowski, and I got 2 tickets. So you need to come down here. If not, I'll take my wife. My wife's not really a football lady, but hey, if you don't come down, I got to go with somebody.
Let me ask you a question. I was trying to figure out this the other day. I was talking to one of my buddies because I went to a Bills Raiders game years ago. Paul Posluszny was our linebacker. Who was the quarterback? Was it Trent?
I think it was Rob. No, I think it was Rob Johnson.
I wonder if it was Rob Johnson who started, because I remember them winning. I remember that, but I don't remember who the starting quarterback was that game.
You see, you that means you fall in the top 3 of drinking on that game. You probably had 5.7 drinks. See, that's why you don't remember. You must have did the survey.
I was drinking because I was drinking with the Raider Nation, actually, from New England, and everybody was cool. And then we had beers when we were inside too. So yeah, I was drinking. Let's move on. We got like 8 minutes left here. You touched on it. Josh Allen will not play this Saturday. Mitch Trubisky's starting against the Chicago Bears. Zach Moss, he's been cleared. He's been practicing. He was, dealing with that hamstring injury. So he's going to play in this week's game. I want to see how he plays because I might have to keep him in my fantasy team. I'm not sure. This guy running my fantasy team is added all these crazy positions, and running back's going to be tough. Stephon Diggs, he's missed a few weeks of practice. He will not play this weekend. They're hoping he'll be in practice next week.
Yeah,
so that's one big thing. Deion Dawkins, who came off the COVID-19 list last week, I believe he did play in the game. You were saying he wasn't looking too hot, that he needed a lot of gaining some ground. He lost ground with COVID, and he's vaccinated, and COVID kicked his butt. But they were saying, I guess, he showed a lot of progress this week, and that he's looking good, and that he's going to play this week too.
Awesome.
Linebacker Markel Lee, he was activated off of COVID-19 reserve to make room for him. This guy's gone.
Wepa, you're watching Viva Los Bills.
Viva.
Okay.
Gonzalez, he's gone. They ended up not make the squad. They cut him to make room. So, Steven out there, man, keep putting in the work. Hopefully somebody picks you up, or if somebody goes down, maybe the Bills bring you back. Never give up. Keep pushing forward. Michael Hyde, we'll talk about him real quick. He looked good, and he's looking good in practice. He picked off Josh the other day. Diving interception. I believe it was today. He's been doing a lot of big plays in practice. So he's just picking up where he left off last year. What else? Real quick. Per Bills Wires, one of those websites out there, they put up a lot of information on the Bills. They put up 8 players. We'll think about it, because you kind of talked about it too, who have to step up this game against the Bears to show what they got. One guy they had is Rashard Wildgoose, the rookie cornerback. I've heard about him. He didn't look too good in the Detroit game. You know, they're looking at him as a long shot to make the squad. You know, he could get cut or put on the practice squad. Who knows? So hopefully he steps up. Another guy they put on there was Vernon Butler. You know, he had a concussion. He hasn't played much. He's supposed to play this week, so hopefully he steps up. Me personally, I like him. Another guy they were talking about possibly, you know, even who's been looking good is Harrison Phillips. But if Butler makes it, Harrison Phillips could be the guy out. Because Zimmer,
I hate to see that happen, because I know I'm friends with his parents on Facebook, and they kind of like put a couple videos up. No, did they put the videos? I've seen videos of him working out, and he's back in shape. You know, they call him Horrible Harry for a reason. So, you know, he looks a lot more. He looks grown. I don't know if that's a good, description, because he was kind of like babyface chunky last year, and like now he's like his face is more chiseled. Like he looks like he's a lot stronger. So I hope it pays off. I hope he does well, because I know he's been working hard off season. And another thing that I wanted to mention before we leave is I was seeing a couple videos on practices with the linebacker from the Carolinas, Luke Coakley. You know, hopefully I'm saying it right. I always get his name wrong. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Luke Kuechly?
Luke Coakley, the Coakley. I always say it wrong, but he's out there coaching the linebackers. I thought when I saw him on the sideline, I was like, man, that would be. I would, we were talking about last year and the year before. If we would have acquired him, that would have been a nasty pickup. You know what I mean? Being that Milano wasn't, with all the stuff with the signing and stuff, but he's out there, helping McDermott and coaches. So that was a nice sight to see too.
Yeah, he's been there, I think, the last 2 years or a year. He's been like a linebackers coach or whatever, helping out, which is pretty cool.
Was it that long? I didn't even notice that was that long.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Another guy they put was Tyrell Dodson, a linebacker. We got a lot of depth at linebacker too. So these guys, it's a battle. They threw out Jake Fromm. I was surprised to see Webb was ahead of him in the QBs.
He was balling, man. Webb was balling. I ain't gonna lie, he was balling. He ran. He looked similar to, believe it or not, like Josh. He threw the ball pretty good, but the scrambling, the way, it was a couple of design run plays, QB run plays, and he's got some speed for a big guy. I was impressed watching him in preseason. We're gonna see this game against Chicago, how he plays, and Jake Fromm, he got sacked twice when I saw it in the preseason. Got sacked twice. Was a little bit off the mark in a couple passes, but he did lead the comeback, for the field goal for Tyler Bass, on the 4th and long, where Stevenson caught it.
Yeah, 4th down and long. That was pretty nice. Offensive lineman Tommy Doyle. They're saying he's struggling at the tackle position. And like you said, that offensive line didn't even help from. It's the guys in the 4th stringers, 3rd, 4th stringers. A lot of these guys, you need to step up. Safety, DeMar Hamlin, like you saying, there's some depth out there. He has, he needs to step up. I was surprised to see this. Josh Thomas, they're putting him out there. They say he looked better than Hamlin. And Thomas played pretty well last year, so I was surprised to see his name on the possible. And then they brought up Marquez Stevenson. Again, the thing is, man, there's so much depth at wide receiver. If
practice squad, I'll be happy if we keep him on practice squad.
Practice squad, the guy showed his speed. The timing is going to be off. He just needs to work on that. But again, so many wide receivers, and the depth is crazy. Now, they had to cut down the squad from 90-something to 85. Yeah, the Bills ended up releasing again Marquell Harrell, who they had last year. They let him go. Offensive lineman Caleb Bennock, offensive lineman Cyrus Tutieli, or however you say it, I'm not sure. There you go, murdering it. Defensive tackle Eli Anku, who just got picked up, and linebacker Mike Bell, again, who was there last year. He was released. So the Bills are at actually 86 because they have the exception from Christian Wade.
It's gonna be crazy with that 53-man roster, bro. We're gonna have our hands full in the next couple weeks.
Yep, we're gonna see. I think after this game they got to cut again. I don't know what they have to go to.
I think this 65 or something like that. Or 80. I think they got to go to 80.
80?
From 85 to 80. Yeah.
Even 5 guys. So you
I know.
could pick 5 guys, but when we go to do that show to do the final roster, it's gonna be tough.
Yep.
Dude, that was an hour. We went through a whole hour. Oh, by the way, the one thing I didn't like about the game, the preseason game I saw, the Bills did give up some big running plays.
Big running plays, absolutely.
Defense.
But on the other hand, we had some good running plays too.
Yes, we did. I did see that. They were running the ball more. There was an emphasis to run the ball, which I like. You know, it could be a setup just to start throwing the ball 1,000 times. The guys got
they were running. So you saying they were running the ball because Josh wasn't in there? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, it was nice to see them try to run the ball, and they ran the ball.
Singletary ran pretty good.
Yeah, he looked good.
Ran pretty well. Yeah.
And I don't know if it was Antonio Williams. He looked pretty good in a few times.
28, yeah. He did.
It was later on. But anyway, that's it, everybody. We've come to an end. We'll get to we'll talk about hopefully more highlights against Chicago next week, and we'll go from there, and we'll see what we got. So, I'm all out. You guys have a good night. Vinny, until next week. Everybody out there, adios, nos vemos, viva los Bills. Peace out, guys.